Let's talk about the box, okay? This box is strong. And the reason it's strong is it's equal, it's square. And if you think about that box being built by the hitter, okay, they can maintain a strong box. And it happens like this. This arm, this arm, this arm, and my chest create a four-sided box that stays with me until I decide to release the barrel. Too many guys are breaking that box apart. Seeing guys you're letting guys break that box to where it's not a four-sided box anymore. This arm and this bat should be the same angle, not this. See, because when this goes, it's not with this arm. You understand? It's got to follow that arm so that it's going around like in a circle. Everything is staying on plane with this, right? Not cutting through this. When we tilt, even if I want to hit that lowest pitch, I could do the same exact swing. It's just more tilt. You hear about guys say, well, you should chest be over the plate, not be over the plate. High pitch, lowest pitch, same swing, same swing, same swing. Depends on where you throw it. That's why you have to challenge our hitters by throwing them different heights. Let them understand. So that was a high pitch. You should have been right there just going whap. That's why we don't want pitchers that are short, because they throw flat pitches. We're trying to get guys that are throwing like this. The steeper it is, the harder it is for me to get on plane with it and figure it out. Otherwise, they would go get 5'6" pitchers and just guys that throw strikes. That don't work. It's too flat. That's what they mean by flat. It's too easy. I could just whap. There's no angle. Make it realistic. Like what happened was when I started coaching at St. Pete College, I was trying to figure out how am I going to get these guys to understand the angle of the ball. And I had our best pitcher pitch. And I had the string, and I clipped it behind him on an L screen. I said, just keep throwing. He kept throwing 88, 90. And I was able to pull that string pretty close to what he was doing. They were all sitting right there. They were like, yeah, that's the path he's throwing it on. It was very similar. So if you use this, you can do a whole lesson with it related to, are my shoulders with it? Am I on plane with it? And do I understand that my barrel has to ride along it? If guys are too close to the plate, you use this to show them, look, you're getting jammed on everything except this, which is going to be a foul ball, and this, which is going to be a foul ball. But if I get here, because it's always turning, it's never doing this. Don't teach that. Don't show them that their elbow can get away from their body. We want that elbow it has to work like that, like it's growing out of your rib cage. That's how that back arm works. So it's connected. But bat angle and shoulder angle always match. This is a section that's a checkpoint. If the shoulder angle and the bat angle are not the same, then something's off. If they're doing this, this is wrong. Okay? Don't believe that the barrel is supposed to be above the hands, because it's not. That's not the way gravity is working either. And somebody decided the strike zone's from here to here, not from here to here. Then I would say, yeah, you probably want to get that thing, but it's not. The best way to stay short to it is to keep the shaft of the bat, which is right here, close to your shoulder. And it just, if they do this, that's too long. That's going to cause them to be long and cut across the ball. So making sure that that shaft is close to the shoulder. But again, your shoulder should match any angle. If I'm hitting this angle, that's fine. That's where my bat is. That angle. Shoulder angle. If that's not happening, then there's something wrong. We never want to see them this way, because where are they going with that? We call this like a 5-layer cake, okay? This is the highest one, right? Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. Okay, those are the heights. Then we have this, which is a cross, right? We want a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 this way. Inside, middle, out. But then we also have the height to worry about. Whether they're doing it intentionally, whether when you played you did it intentionally or not, your best swings where they say, man, I was on time and I was on everything, your shoulders lined up with the pitch. Whether you line them up with the pitch or they were just lined up with the pitch because he threw it into your shoulder path, that usually results in a nice, clean, connected swing. If, let's say, it's down here, and I'm up here, my shoulder pass up here, and that ball's down there, that's not going over the fence. I don't care who you are. So do I believe, can we teach hitters, I guess what you're saying, can we teach hitters to adjust their spine angle on the way to the pit, as the pitch is on the way to the plate? That's the question, right? The answer is some will, some won't. To answer your question, I want them to start, and this came from guy back was the hitting coach about when you played. Forget what his name was, but we had talked about starting at Dave Martinez. It was Dave Martinez. We were talking to him. He was coaching. He was saying he wants the hitters to start at the top of the strike zone to be ready to hit that mistake and then work down accordingly. So let's talk about that, the life of the pitch. When he throws it, we don't know until he releases it whether or not it's going to be a ball. Until this happens, we don't know if it's going to be spiked in front of the plate or chucked over my head, or it's going to be a meatball strike. So the minute he releases it, I have to know one thing. Is it coming at me like that, backspin and fastball? Or is it coming at me with topspin and it's a slower one? It's a changeup or it's a curveball. That's the first thing I got to register is the time. Because I got to now figure out that gap, the life of the pitch. I got to figure out the life of the pitch once he throws it. The first thing I'm going to do is look at spin. If he's throwing a fastball, my mind says, this is going to get here first. I got to be on time for this. If it's this, top spinning, breaking ball, then I know I got to do something else at that time. That first third has to be recognizing what it is, in my opinion. The middle third, call it, has to be that adjusting time where we go, oh, it's inside, I better hurry up, or it's low, I need to get my shoulders there. Maybe you don't think that, but hopefully they do that. And they get their shoulders there more often than the other guy. The last thing is swing. So we have read, adjust, swing. Well, if the hitting academy could teach everybody to make this thing the super fast, best fast swing in the world, we just bought more read and more adjust time, right? If we have slow, sloppy swings that start way out here, very little read time and very little adjust time, and we're hoping that they figure it out. By giving them the fastest swing, we're buying them more time to read and adjust. Does that make sense? So if we're not worried about that, we should be. We should be worried about how can we buy them more time with the fastest swing.